Yes, everybody, welcome back to XG Files. Stephen Howson, Ronaldo Brown. Ronnie's got a new YouTube channel. How are you finding it?
You keep saying that. I feel like, you know what, I get embarrassed when this keeps getting referenced. And I don't know, everyone's like, why are you being embarrassed? You've made a channel.
Did some good numbers, didn't you?
But I feel like you've mentioned it. You're going to just mention it every opportunity.
I want you to do well.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
But do you know what? For everyone watching, if Steve wants me to do well, tell Steve to fork out. Damn, looking crisp. Tell Steve to fork out about 5k to get me a setup.
I don't want you to do that.
Go for me, charity. Yeah, it's done. It's had good responses. It's done all right, but you know, I don't know whether that's just new channel bounce. We'll see.
Yeah, ride it. Some people rode a new channel bounce all the way to
to glory, innit?
Yeah, it can happen. It happens. Anyway, we're going to talk today about. I'm going to talk at least. Anyway, I don't know what Ronnie's opinion on this is. What English team is going to fail again in the Champions League?
Yes, this is Steve's idea, by the way. This was Steve's topical idea. Sometimes we it was like, nah, I'm going to go on and talk about why I think the English teams are going to fail again. I don't fully agree with you, though, to be honest.
That's fine, you don't have to.
I don't necessarily believe that an English team will definitely win it, but I think we'll have quite a bit of English presence in the latter stages of the Champions League.
Well, I don't think not winning it is failure for Newcastle. I honestly think they're happy with their wooden spoon participation award, right? Set of divs, right? Honestly, worst fan base in football. Tottenham, they're fully happy with the participation award. They're literally just there for the...
Especially that they won Europa last year.
Yeah, they're not going to call it a failure if they lose it. Stephen Harris said he'll give you $1,000 for every shot on target on Saturday.
How did you know I'm back Saturday?
Well, if selected.
Yeah, if selected.
Yeah. Peter Kelly says 5k for a setup. You literally work in a studio. I'm sure you could use it. He could.
Yeah, that's part of the joke. A couple of people said that to me anyway. You literally work in a studio with what?
Genuinely, there must be 25 cameras between here.
I was going to say with like $100,000 worth of equipment.
Yeah,
between them both.
Just let everyone know so we can get robbed. Eh?
Yeah, I know.
Outside of the others, then I think City. The only objective for them should be to win it.
Yes.
I think Arsenal, they should be looking to win.
They're looking to win it.
I think Chelsea should be looking to win it.
And Liverpool.
And absolutely. So if they don't win it, that's failure, right?
Yes.
Right. So that's why they're going to fail, because none of them are going to win it.
Oh, so that's okay. So what? Who do you think is going to win it then? If you don't think the English teams will?
So, well, we'll get into that in a little bit at a time. So we'll talk about what's happening with the English clubs at the moment. So the bookies have got Arsenal, Liverpool in particular as at least among the favourites. So that obviously raises a bit of expectation, raises a little bit of pressure. I think Tottenham under Thomas Frank, pretty good momentum, yeah. Iffy results, some big scalps, and they'll probably do all right.
Iffy results? They only lost once, innit?
Yeah, but it was well iffy.
Yeah, they got battered by Bournemouth.
Yeah, it was well iffy.
But Bournemouth looked like a good side.
Yeah, not that good. I don't think their squad has got the experience or the depth or the true superstars required to go on a deep run.
I agree with half what you said. I don't think Tottenham have the issue with Tottenham is they never have, outside of when they had Kane and Son, and even still that wasn't enough, they usually will have 16, 17 players that are all decent. Do you know what I mean? Where like the floor level, I think the floor level of Tottenham sides are usually quite high, but it's the ceiling that isn't.
Yeah.
Because they never really have those kind of superstars to take them over. Because if you, for example, when I compared Tottenham's team to ours, I think United have more high top end talent than Spurs, but in terms of floor depth, in terms of depth of squad, I think Spurs are a bit better because I think 1 through 16, it's all like similar level, but they just don't have enough of those top players.
And what's mad is that you actually can't be successful with that much of a range in your team. Like, you could put Messi in Wrexham's team, yeah, or Mbappe and Bellingham in Wrexham's team. Doesn't mean they get to compete in the Champions League because they've got some world-class players in the team. They're going to lose because of their weaknesses. That's how you lose. That's how teams at that level, Champions League level, and probably arguably every level, lose is because of the weakest players in the team, not the best players. The best players can be match winners.
I think it's the opposite in the Champions League. I think that you win it with superstars or with like match winners is how you win the Champions League more often than not. And but to be fair, on the weaknesses side, you could argue because I feel like it's a competition where the weaker players do get exposed more because you are playing against the best of the best generally. But I don't think Spurs have enough top end quality to obviously pose too much
to compete.
Yes,
No, probably not going to get embarrassed and like turned over 5-6-0.
They drew PSG in the Super Cup. Obviously, PSG just got off the beach and it was literally back to the wall stuff for the past 25 minutes. It was just attack v defense, and PSG looked like on a different planet when he started to warm up. But I think as for the other teams, when you're looking at Arsenal, Chelsea, I don't think Chelsea will think.
Comments, just let us know before we move on from Tottenham. Where do Tottenham come in this Champions League?
I think the issue, the
group league thing.
No, I don't think they will. I think they'll make knockouts. You know why? Because Thomas Frank, for what he's good at is that bit of like percentage football situation where you can see he's implemented an emphasis on like set pieces, long throw-ins, and he's gonna make them solid enough and physical enough where they might be able to like shit out a few results, especially in a cup competition.
You ain't shitting out on your way to the title though.
Not to the, but you can't do that to a title, and you can't do that to winning the Champions League. Maybe a FA Cup and a Carling Cup,
or a Europa League last year.
Or a Europa League.
No, he wasn't there for.
But yeah, we'll have to see in it because at the end of the day, we're doing all this analysis on Spurs. But the one thing it usually comes down to with them, until they played us in a final, is Spurs will usually Spurs.
Arsenal. Let us know in the comments where are Arsenal going. I think Arsenal could be a semi-team again.
Semi-team.
Yeah, because of their stupid bloody playing for set plays thing, I think that'll be actually quite impactful in Europe. I just think that's going to be like almost even better for them than it has been in the Premier League. Could be wrong, but I just think it
So you think they'll make the semi-finals? You're saying they're a semi-team, but can't get it in, kind of thing. But I believe it's going to be, I think Liverpool and Arsenal will make it to the latter stages. I think Arsenal now have, you know what, the biggest reason for it is, I said to Steve before I came on air, a lot of people have theorised over the past couple of years when they've started to look into it, that the reason why English teams are now struggling a lot more in the Champions League, in terms of winning it, especially when it comes to the back end of the season in May, is because Premier League teams have a much tougher and arduous season than the likes of Barcelona, PSG, Bayern Munich, where they can coast in the league a little bit more.
We also have the extra cup competition too, which the EFL Cup.
Yeah, exactly. Where they can rotate 4 or 5 players week in, week out on the weekend, and also not have to exert as much energy on the weekend in league games, and then put more emphasis and urgency and energy into these big fixtures that they have in midweek in the Champions League, especially when it gets to the knockout stages.
Yep.
And we in the Premier League with the strength in depth. I know you said you think the quality is not good, but I think the depth of quality throughout the league now is, even if you're a Chelsea and you're an Arsenal and you rotate 4 or 5 players or 3 or 4 players, you can out dropping points to anyone doing that in the Premier League. And I think that's what
it's not that I just don't think the quality's there. I'm certain the quality's not there, but that doesn't mean that it's not physical and intense. And I think that's the thing you're getting at. By you get to March and April, it is a long ass season. And especially if you've been involved in the Club World Cup, like some of these players have been, and admittedly some of the other teams have as well. I just think that the cumulative fatigue that you've got by then, especially if it's a midweek game, it's late, it's gone to extra time. Oh man, like you saw it with Liverpool a little bit. I thought last year. You know, I think that starts.
They burnt out.
Yeah. So Arsenal have got Athletic Bilbao away. Some decent injuries in that squad as well. Arteta's still not found what he's trying to look and play for. Still not quite found a way of playing with the football on the floor, at least outside of trying to be Stoke. This could be a really interesting game. Actually, this could be a game that they lose. To be honest with you,
I think they've got too much for Bilbao.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think. Do you know what it is?
Bilbao almost seems to be pretty good.
Though. Yeah, they are, but I think they played him in pre-season and they beat him at a canter. I know it doesn't always equate. But for me, I think Arsenal have improved their depth quite a lot, because I think injuries did derail him a bit last season. Obviously, Saka being out for 4 months, he's out again. And that's why they got the likes of Mbuemo. And these players that they've got in are not quite the level of like the starters. Because obviously you've got Gyökeres an upgrade on Havertz in terms of just being a natural goal scorer. And then they've obviously got Zubimendi, they got rid of Partey, got rid of Jorginho, and I think they've kind of refreshed the team in a way where I think they've got enough depth now where it might help them in the cup competitions, especially in the Champions League. That's why I think they still might get far. It just depends how they balance it with the league. And what's annoyed me about Arsenal's rebuild is they've got lucky enough to where it's not just the players they've bought. They've had 2 or 3 academy products come through that are actually decent players and valuable in the squad. Do you know what I mean?
What they have done as well is they've never really had to concentrate on more than one competition at once. Arsenal, they've never had to do that. They've been that far off the pace in the league that it didn't really matter.
Like top 4, like usually top 4.
Yeah, safe top 4, but they weren't winning it, so it didn't really matter. They could afford to focus on the Champions League. I think that's what they did last year a little bit. They tried to focus on the Champions League
towards the end, yeah.
And it kind of cost them in the end. Chelsea got Bayern.
Do you think it's weird that you're getting these big games in September now in the Champions League? Do you think it's took a bit of the shine off these big matchups?
Massively so, yeah.
Chelsea Bayern, that should be huge.
Look, for 20 years, the Champions League was the greatest show on earth, right? And you had a couple of seeded teams and a couple of minnows that could be a little bit awkward for you in your group, and then you had your knockout stages. You occasionally got the group of death where United had Barcelona and Bayern Munich in one group, and then Bromby got that draw and went, oh, fuck. Like, you know, it was incredible telly. Yeah? You didn't get a game like this every week. And also, the format in terms of, like, you don't play everybody home and away. It's random. Like, that's not fair, is it? Like, it doesn't work like that. You can't just have that. It's fucking nonsense. Let's be honest with ourselves. It was a money grab. It was basically, I almost feel like it was a false flag. The European Super League. It was like a false flag thing. Like, it was made by UEFA and
to test the new.
And then when they go, everyone goes, "Oh my God, this is the worst thing ever," and they went, "Yeah, agree." Anyway, here's the new Champions League format. And by comparison, it didn't look as bad.
Yeah.
And if not, if they did it was genius, and if not, pure luck and coincidence.
Yeah.
Because between that and the Club World Cup, we got the Super League, didn't we?
Basically, that's basically what we're watching now.
Yeah.
And then it's the money grabbing kind of Americanization of the sport as well. But for me, I think Chelsea Bayern and these type of matchups that we get in literally on game week
September,
it took a massive shine off what the Champions League used to be like, where you'd only get these in like what
you had to earn them.
February.
You had to get there.
Like last 16, and then it's like you'd be on a weekend and you watch Premier League matches, and even if you was a United fan, you'd look forward to it. You'd be like, wait, Chelsea Bayern midweek, interesting. I'll definitely watch. If you like me, I like to hate watch all the rival teams. Do you know what I mean? So I'll go Bayern. But now it just feels like, oh, meh. Happens a bit too often now. I think Liverpool are in Real Madrid's group again. It feels like they've played each other twice a year now.
Yeah, it does lose its shine. Like, yeah. I'm not as interested in that as much as I want it to be.
Yeah. Who was City playing? It was an interesting one because of...
I think they're tomorrow, right?
Yeah, because I know Tottenham are playing Villarreal.
Oh, no. It's a Thursday game.
Yeah, it's got Thursdays now. So...
Napoli.
See, that's another Man City Napoli. That's another couple of years ago. That's a quarter-final tie, really.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's exactly what you want.
De Bruyne return against Man City.
It's ridiculous.
Reunion got storylines like that. But I don't... And then Barcelona are playing Newcastle is another big one.
That is another big one.
That's another big one because it's at St. James's Park. It's going to be quite a historical affair. I think it's going to be a big day for Newcastle. I think they were looking forward to Yamal playing, but I think Yamal's actually a bit an injured out for the game, interestingly enough.
How many games has he played by the age he's at now? It's like a mad amount of games, isn't it?
A crazy amount. And I think the injury he's got is like he's got a bit of discomfort in his pubic area, is what they described it as. Is that not just groin?
Yeah, I don't know why they call it pubic.
Yeah,
area.
he got reported.
Just call it groin.
But the way Barca reports
That's really
stuff,
bizarre.
the reports of, he said he had some pain in his pubic area and some discomfort and he couldn't train. So I think he's touch and go to travel to St. James's Park. But that is the most anticipated tie of the week because people are interested to see how Hansi Flick's high-flying Barcelona and attacking football are going to, and obviously the quality they have, superior quality they have to Newcastle, but how they're going to cope having to play against a side that they're not going to be, they won't play against teams like that, like Newcastle in the Liga, one of the most physical teams in world football. At one of the most hostile grounds you're going to probably play at, especially on a midweek under the lights. And it's going to be a different experience for them, and people are intrigued to see how they'll cope with it. I know some Barca fans are saying that they're worried about it because they're not very physical and they're very weak on set pieces, which is alarm bells going to St. James's Park.
Dampers like, can send it in.
Yeah. And let's call it what it is. Newcastle, they're rough as fuck. I don't know if they'll get away with it as much in Europe, but I don't think they're going to be used to the type of physicality because literally Pedri's going to turn on it on the half turn and he's just going to get wiped out by Joe Linton and then probably elbowed on the way down. And then how's he going to fancy it for the rest of the game?
That's what we're going to find out. I just realised as well, this is utter woke nonsense. Champions League needs to be 7:45 kickoff. That should be the law, yeah? Like Chippy Tea on a Friday, right? 5:45 kickoff for Bilbao and Arsenal.
Today.
That's
Bobbins, that.
It's shite. And then you've got 8 o'clock. What happened to the 7:45s? What are we doing?
It's 8 now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even sometimes it's 8:15. You push it a bit later.
Ridiculous. So you got Real Madrid, Marseille. That'll actually be a good game.
Decent game.
Yeah,
Angel Gomez
and Mason
Greenwood.
Tottenham Villarreal is 8. No, it wasn't. It was Valencia that got a dick in at weekend off Barcelona, wasn't it? Juventus and Dortmund. That's a great champion. That's a great Champions League tie. It's a classic tie.
It's a great Champions League tie. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Villarreal, Pepe for Villarreal got. I think he got La Liga Player of the Month. Or am I tripping? The one that failed at Arsenal. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Tomorrow, nothing really of note in the 2 early kickoffs. Slavia Prague against Bodo Glimt. Olympiacos versus Paphos. That could be an interesting game with the Cypriot and Greek angle.
Yes.
PSG versus Atalanta. That could be a good game of football.
Yes.
Ajax Inter. That's a good Champions League tie. Should be a dicking for Inter, I think, though. Liverpool got Atletico.
Madrid. Yes. Liverpool Atletico Madrid is the one that we've not mentioned yet. Julian Alvarez is out.
Yeah.
So that's a plus for them. Is it at Anfield or is it? Anfield is definitely a plus. Away at Atletico Madrid's just usually
could be a
complete different kettle of fish.
Frankfurt have got Galatasaray on Thursday, Bruges, Monaco, Leverkusen, Copenhagen, Newcastle, Barcelona. That's another Thursday one, as well as City and Napoli. What's going on?
You're right. And
why can't Europa League and the conference just stay on the Thursday nights and just leave them there? And what are we doing?
Yeah, seen an Isak debut as well against Atletico Madrid. It's a possibility because he weren't in the squad against Burnley when Liverpool scammed another win. That's the 4th win in a row they've scammed.
With mad ways of doing it.
Yeah.
16-year-old kid. Just whatever
Last
they
minute.
did at Newcastle with 10 men. Last minute and a free kick.
The free kick in 2 minutes against Arsenal.
Penalty against 10 men Burnley.
I think the Chiesa volley in stoppage time. I think they scored again after, but it was like when Bournemouth threw everyone forward. And then they have last minute penalty for Mo Salah because Hannibal started to slap the ball. He got a lot of shit for that, Hannibal. I made him one of the week as well for that.
He's an head the ball, isn't he? He always was an head the ball. He was a walking yellow card at United.
But it was just like hands are there and it's just annoying. People say it's not sustainable, but I don't know. Sometimes teams are just lucky because I think they got quite a lot of luck last season as well. And then people say sometimes teams make their luck, but they could have very easily have dropped points in all 4 games and they're walking out with a full record. It's just jarring.
It is, because the results mean that there's no... I said this on the walk this morning. The results mean that there's now no analysis of how Liverpool have been because they've won every game. What are you doing? That's the analysis, isn't it? It's the same with Gyökeres. He scored. Therefore, he's good and Sesko's shit. That's it. That's the analysis that you get.
And I might sound like a hater anyway, but I've watched the games and Gyökeres is not that impressive.
No, I don't think he's been good.
Player. And
I don't think Sesko's been great, but he's not been bad. I've not looked at him and gone, ugh.
I personally think I personally saw some promising stuff against City from Sesko.
Yeah, but he's not scored, and that's all people want in their analysis is goal, assist.
You can see there's ability there, but to be fair, with your, I can't slate him, no, because at the end of the day, if you're a striker and you put the ball in the net, there's only so much you say, but his actual performance level and ability, I'm not sure. I actually think he's got away with the fact that Havertz got injured. Because I think that there's a couple of games there where he definitely got rotated.
Have you seen next week's fixtures?
For Champions League?
Yeah.
No.
Newcastle got, it's actually not next week, it's the week after.
Yeah, I was going to say, back-to-back weeks, usually not.
Yeah, it's the week after. Newcastle are away to Union St. Galois. City got Monaco. That used to be a great Champions League tie, didn't it?
Yeah, I remember. Mbappe, Bernardo Silva, Tchouameni, Bakayoko, Lamar. Is like the team was stacked.
Napoli Sporting. It's a great Champions League tie. Arsenal Olympiacos feels like problems. I don't know why. They had an historical problem against them.
Yes, I think they lost. I think they got knocked out by them in the Europa League.
PSG Leverkusen, Villarreal Juventus, Barcelona PSG.
See, why is Barca PSG a group stage game?
Yeah.
That's the Champions League final
and
match.
then the third, they've got Olympiacos Barcelona. So like they've not had a good draw.
Have you seen what's happened to PSG as well? They've had like
Newcastle got Benfica, Leverkusen PSG, Villarreal City, Arsenal Atletico. Atletico have not had a great draw either, have they? They got Frankfurt, Liverpool, and Arsenal.
Yeah, Frankfurt are decent. Have you seen what's happened to PSG with their injuries?
No.
They've had a bit of an injury problem to start the season, dropping like flies. And what is the obvious reason why that is?
Club World Cup.
The PSG players have played non-stop for basically a whole calendar year, and it's obviously caught up. So it's basic. It's not like people say, "Oh, you can look after yourself," etc. But it's just basic science, isn't it?
Yeah,
they're all dropping like flies because they got little to no break over the summer, and Club World Cup, deep Champions League run. All their players are full internationals, so they don't get a time to breathe. So that could actually hurt him this season.
I'm going to go to the comments, so get your questions and stuff in. Matt G says, change the subject, but thoughts on Ruben and Benfica. Do you see that rumour?
What was the rumour? I haven't seen that.
I think they've got a new president at Benfica, and he wants Ruben Amorim to be the manager.
Do you know what's annoying about something like that? Does he have a relationship with Amorim?
Don't know.
Because you know what? Is it illegal to do this? But he would have 100% have called Ruben Amorim and his management his call and said, "Oh, I see how it's going for you at United. It's a proper graveyard. It's a proper graveyard. No one's had success there. You're not the only one. It's not your fault. Just come
back to the league.
Come back to Benfica. And literally, don't worry about if you get sacked. We'll give you a little bit of extra money for your severance fee as well."
The question that we've had there is with Jim being all about the pennies, could he potentially sell him? Yeah, or be bought out. That's what his question is.
Nah, he won't do that.
He's backed him, haven't they? They backed him this week.
Yeah, he won't do that.
You got to remember as well, Ruben didn't play for Sporting, I don't think. He was Belenenses and Benfica was who he played for as a player. So like, come back to be the Benfica manager. That's.
I think he played for Bilbao as well.
Did he?
Yeah.
No, he couldn't have done.
Did he not?
No, because he's not Basque.
Oh, okay. Shit.
He's that's got to be tempting, that I reckon.
But the thing is, what does that mean? If you're in disarray like Amorim is, his head's clearly gone. I've mentioned it as well. Like, it looks like his head's gone. He's not quite sure. He's probably doubting himself. When you've got a contingency plan such as Benfica in your ear, what does that do for your then motivation to turn things around?
You've got to almost come out and say no to it, haven't you? And like, nah, I've got a job here.
Come back to Portugal, home country.
Your club.
We'll make sure you don't do anywhere near as many interviews. You know what I mean? Just be saying everything to him, tapping him up.
Jigs O'Toole in the comments says he's a Benfica fan. Oy.
You know, based on what we've seen over the past 12 months, good luck, Benfica.
So, we've said why English teams aren't going to win it. Who do you think's going to win it?
Barcelona.
You reckon? Why?
I think they are I think the best, usually quite often the best attacking teams win in the Champions League, and in terms of their quality, I think that's why Real Madrid have won it so often. It's just that their superstars in forward areas just win it.
Quite good all around, to be honest.
Yeah, but
great goalkeepers.
I don't know. I think Barcelona for me are the most are the team that I don't think. I think PSG will have almost like a sophomore slump, especially with injuries and things are a bit tougher. Target on their back.
I haven't got PSG as one of my top 3.
Yeah, players adapting to teams now adapting to how they play like. So I think Barcelona for me is my favourite to win it. I know some people have Bayern as a bit of a alternate one, but I'm gonna go for. I think Bayern will be up there, but I'm gonna go for Barcelona.
I've got 4 teams that I think would be the winner, which isn't. I mentioned I think Arsenal might reach the semi. I haven't got them as one of them, which I know goes kind of against what you would think, but I think Inter. Last year's finalist, very well drilled.
Refreshed team a bit.
Their system is built for knockout football a little bit. I think they're efficient, they're clinical, and they've been close before. And I think teams that have been close before typically go back again. So I think they're my outsider. The other outsider I've got is Barca. Gavi, Pedri. It's a young team. There's some real talent in that team.
Yamal.
Yeah, Yamal as well, but I thought it was
obvious.
A bit obvious, isn't it?
Lewandowski.
One last dance for Lewandowski. Yeah, I think that he could be. I think them and Inter are on the outside. My 2 teams that I think I can't really look outside. Bayern Munich.
Mm.
I think Harry Kane would be desperate to win the big one because people have kind of. Yes, you've won a league. No one cares. You just won the German league with Bayern Munich. Wow. I think winning the Champions League, he would actually be like, I did some shit me there. But not only that, there's some wonderful players in that team as well. If they can just sort out the defence, because the defence has been a little bit, centre-half's been a little bit of an iffy position for them. But the squad is settled. Their relative comfortability in the Bundesliga will mean that they can throw everything at the Champions League. I think that
Musiala's injury.
He's not out all year though, is he?
Does anyone know when Musiala's back? He was quite a bad leg break, but aren't bad leg breaks almost like better than getting an ACL or
If it's a Luke Shaw one, no. But if it's
but his was like got infected and all sorts. Do you know what I mean?
And then my favourite's Real Madrid.
I'm not sure about Real Madrid, you know. Obviously, I think they've had injuries to start the season. Funny enough, Trent is a bench warmer there at the moment.
Not got no issues with that whatsoever.
As you probably expected. Bellingham's out until got injured early on, and I think he's out for a few month injury. I think he had shoulder surgery.
Yeah, but the depth they've got with Valverde, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Mbappe's doing a madness, Vinicius, they've got talent.
Rodrigo stayed.
Rudiger, Militao, and Xabi Alonso. Bit of teething problems. It hasn't been perfect for him since he started, but he's adapted, and I think his pedigree as a manager with what he did at Leverkusen, I think really makes them my favourites.
You think they're warming up?
Yeah, and that's what they do, man. They're still stretching at this time of the year, man.
Because I think they've sleptwalked a bit to start the season. But that's what I mean. You're able to do that in the Liga and them leagues when you're the likes of Real Madrid and Barca, and then you can kind of gear up. This is what I mean with why these teams get so.
Yeah, Premier League's a bar fight from August the 10th or whatever it is.
They have amazing quality in a team, and obviously that matters. They're still one of the best teams in Europe, but I think they're able to teams like Barca and Real Madrid. They're almost able to half prioritize Bayern, half prioritize Champions League football when it comes around.
And Real Madrid absolutely do.
Yes,
that is their thing. That music plays, and they all kind of go into some sort of Mancunian candidate mode, and just don't lose. Yep. So that's what I think. Real Madrid, you're going Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Let us know in the comments.
Classical final, yeah.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
I won't mind that.
Has that happened before?
Surely it has.
Surely it has. I can't think of it though.
I don't think it has. Not that I can think of. I'd remember a Barcelona Real Madrid final in Champions League.
I remember when it was at 05, it was possible that you could have United Liverpool for a final in Athens. I couldn't sleep with the fear and excitement about the same thing, and then we got tuned in by AC Milan, I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh my good God. Yeah, I feel like comments are saying Musiala's back for New Year. So yeah, my Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Inter and Barca as my outsiders. None of these lot. These are all going to shit the bed.
We'll have to see. How do you reckon we're going to do in Europe?
We're going to lose.
We're going to lose. 100%.
No, we're not going to lose.
Yeah, not going to.
Undefeated. This year, undefeated. But do you know what? We'll have a fucking friendly, right? I guarantee it. A midweek friendly.
Did you see that report?
Yeah. And we'll lose. So, like, we're not even going to be undefeated in Europe.
That was nonsense. That you could tell that's not actually going to happen.
Anyway, that's it from us. If you're in the area tonight, come and check us out at Hyde. We'll have the Champions League on the telly in there, I guess. So if you fancy getting in the mix with that. Otherwise, take it easy. We got which one's coming out today? Loan watch.
Yes.
You got a loan watch looking at how Rashford and Højlund and that got on this weekend. Spoiler alert: they all did really well. It's disasters for United wherever we look. And then tomorrow, we've got a video coming out on Lenny Euro as well as the morning walk in the morning. But do us a favour: put walk and then throw us a question in, and I'll answer them on the walk in the morning. How's that sound? Not in the chat. Do it in the video so I can actually see them afterwards.
And remember to subscribe.
Yeah, hit subscribe. Turn notifications on because it seems like loads of you didn't get this. And go check out Ronnie's channel as well. See you in the next one. Laters. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.